Just heard from some of those groups organizing for their rights, but there have been other groups that have put out calls on social media calling on protesters to show up and, quote, shut down the DNC. This is Governor Pritzker reflects on what it took to bring this event to Chicago. He says the city was initially in competition with Atlanta, New York, and Houston, but a little bit of that Chicago bravado put the city's bid over the top.
Every time I saw President Biden, I literally would shake his hand, and the first thing I'd say to him is, we're going to have the convention in Chicago, right? And he would laugh after the third or fourth time he heard
Chicago fashion, just promoting the city.
You got to keep working, you know what I mean? So anyway, that's one reason. And I think another is that, we show off the values of the Democratic Party. We've protected people's freedoms here, the freedom to choose, the right to read a book that you want to read.
Among those rights often exercised in Chicago, the right to protest. But some of these groups, as we mentioned, are amping up their rhetoric to cause disruption. One group saying, quote, F the GNC, the G for genocidal, in an Instagram post. And another post saying, quote, let's crash the party, with a list of demonstrations and rallies in Union Park. Now, CPD Superintendent Larry Snelling has been training officers for a year for this event and has repeatedly said that his force is ready to allow protesters to exercise their rights while keeping the peace. Governor Pritzker says he has faith in that plan.
There may be some bad apples. Usually they'll come from out of town to do it. So there's been a lot of planning, I want to be clear. Every 4 years, and I've been to almost every convention since I was able to vote, every 4 years at a Democratic and Republican convention, there are protests. And there will be protests this time. We're going to protect people's freedom of speech, but we're also going to protect the people who live here and the delegates that are coming to visit.
And Governor Pritzker is preparing for his primetime speech at the convention on Tuesday.